Yeah, Schaefer's a pretty popular dude. He probably raised in the millions of dollars. I wasn't involved in that. There was a board of directors in Alaska that was involved in that, but the FBI sent in a FBI informant to the Alaskans for Liberty Board, and the FBI informant derailed all of the fundraising efforts. And Schaefer had all this money that was raised that was supposed to help him out, but it never got used in a way that Schaefer approved of. It was the most absolutely insane thing I ever saw in my life. So not only did they send him to prison and unjustly incarcerate him like they did you, but when he raised all the money to try to do a good appeal, they derailed all his fundraising efforts. So, so.
Right. That's something that the news media, 60 Minutes, needs to do an expose on, because here's the thing. I need to probably create a letter that everybody that you have on your program can get to send out to anybody that they contact that says, I hereby affirm that I am not a government employee, not affiliated with any government agency, not a snitch, not involved in any way in surveilling you or doing anything to derail your efforts, and have everybody that these political prisoners communicate with sign that before they talk to them, because I guarantee you, I'm not pointing fingers and naming names at all, but these people are notorious at, covering their bases of their lies. They build a lie. It's a mountain of lies. And all you have to do is start scratching at the surface, and you'll find one liar is supported by another liar. So my whole case begins with a statement from an FBI officer saying that they had ongoing surveillance of me for sovereign citizen extremists. In other words, they admit they're spying on me and my family. For how long? Okay, and then they say, well, we suspect him of this. Well, but there's no proof. They got a search warrant for a plane based on probable cause. They don't have the ability to determine probable cause. That's not in their bailiwick. That's not in their wheelhouse. They don't have that authority to determine probable cause. But they say, we've determined probable cause that Mr. Parsons is conspiring to kidnap a judge. Okay, and then after the trial, they said, the U.S. attorney says, well, there really never was any proof that Mr. Parsons had conspired to do anything, and he didn't even know anything about the arrest warrants, which is the truth. I didn't. Had nothing to do with anything because I didn't know anything about it. I'm locked up. Don't have access to anything. Anybody wouldn't have, And then the whole issue is that it wasn't a conspiracy to kidnap. It was lawful arrest warrants from a lawful court in another country.
Well, you're talking to the choir here. I don't disagree with anything you're saying, but
I think a letter like that probably needs to be drawn up so that all these people that you're dealing with are obviously political targets.
Yeah.
Being silenced for exposing the corruption in the government. And like you said, and a couple of weeks ago, I got a copy of your weekly program and nothing else, but I bet you probably sent me information about the FBI's utilizing DNA, where they rigged the DNA to frame people, and I never got it.
Yeah, Dr. Frederick Whitehurst was a national whistleblower within the FBI forensic labs, and he blew the whistle on multiple counts of case fraud within the FBI. There was something else, Mike. I sent you pictures too of from the website. I also sent those to Mrs. P. You should be getting color pictures from the UPS store in Florida. You asked for pictures of the wolves and everything that is on your website, so you should be getting those.
If you or they or anybody else that sends me anything related to my case, anything that has my name on it, anything that has my photograph, anything that has anything to do with me, that's legal. That by nature is legal. It's stuff that I can use in my case. Write on the envelope, legal mail, legal material, and that is supposed to stop these people from opening up and going through my legal mail and removing stuff. They're supposed to have me open it in front of them by their own rule. I got a letter yesterday given to me last night at 8 o'clock that was from the appellate court in Tennessee, mandating that they're through with my case. It was not in an envelope. It was just the letter. I said, well, where's the envelope? I don't know. Well, who gave it to you, Sergeant Hott? Okay, well, there was no envelope. No. Well, this is legal mail. It's got to have an envelope, and it's got to be sealed. It's supposed to be for me to be opened by me in your presence. See, the rogue. The whole thing is.
Yeah, I mean everything. Yeah, they orchestrated and now they're covering up the murder of Robert David Neal in a CMU prison in Terre Haute, Indiana. They divert and destroy mail on a regular basis. None of this surprises me. So as you're discussing this, I don't mean to sound so nonchalant about it, but it's like this goes on all the time. I see it every time, and I'm just in agreement with you, and I don't know what else to say other than I agree with you. You know?
Right. I know that my statements are for anybody listening to this that just now is tuning in that doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because you're at ground zero. You know what's going on. You're there at the scene, witnessing it firsthand in real time.
Yeah.
I'm just reporting an update on what's been going on for a long time to a lot of people that you profile, and the people that listen to this that might want to pick up the phone and call the news media and say, hey, look into this. Why don't you do an investigation into this? That's what we need. We need other people involved, like the FBI has thousands of people on their payroll. Well, we don't have that kind of a budget, but we can damn sure get volunteers.
Yeah, the FBI has 35,000 employees. They have a budget of $9 billion. And they also, Mike, let me just share, there's a Feeling Cute movement where the guards all throughout the country were taking pictures of themselves and putting words underneath about how they abused prisoners. And it got so much attention nationally that they had to fire a few guards. But that's how bold these guards have became in their abuse of prisoners. Also, ABC or CBS did a nationally recognized story about horrific conditions in Alabama statewide prisons, that it was considered cruel and unusual punishment, and they had horrific pictures that were taken inside the prisons of cells with, stagnant water, cells with, roaches and holes in the wall and steam pipes that were, that's the most horrific conditions you can imagine. There was also a person that was killed and in prison. They turned off his water. He died from dehydration. Also, there was a guy that was murdered in prison. They don't know how, but his organs were missing when the family got the body. It's like, why would the organs be missing? Nobody gave approval to take the freaking organs. So
they passed a law in the state of Tennessee, and the federal government has passed a law federally that if you're in custody, they can extract your organs. And what they're doing, there's a black market. They're selling your organs. What they're doing here is the Chinese model.
Yeah.
They are slowly converting this country into the Chinese model where there are no rights. You basically have a profile code. That's why they want your Facebook. Before you get a visa now, you got to give your social media information. They want to profile you just like they're doing in China, and you get a ranking. And if you're pro-government and you submit and do whatever they tell you to, you get access to go anywhere you want to. You're not restricted. They don't bother you. But if you're critical of government in any way, shape, or form, you get the treatment.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on right now here. It's already happening in Omaha, Nebraska. That's ground zero for socialism 101. It's Marxist to the core. You have no idea what I saw is so far removed from what is supposed to be an American constitutional republic. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
It's Nazi Germany there, and the people just go along with it.
Yeah.
Very few people say anything because they're afraid.
Yeah.
They have the boys' town where they're elected officials are there to go take their sex slaves.
Right. Right. The Franklin cover-up. The Franklin cover-up. We got a guy, and that was John DeCamp who wrote that book. We got a guy in prison that's for 32 years that was actually writing about sexual abuse of children and satanic ritual abuse of children in a book called The Satanic Deception, which was a precursor to the Franklin cover-up. And he's been in prison for 32 years. There's no victim in his crime. It's conspiracy to murder. So they just said that he was trying to murder somebody, which is not true. But also, I need to let you know, if I try to send any prisoner a copy of Franklin Cover-Up by John DeCamp, they have that book banned in all prisons. You can't get that book to any prisoner. They just won't allow it to be sent into the prisons.
Right. And the thing is that in the government's operation, they have what they call white hats and black hats. Okay. Are you familiar with the term?
No.
Okay. White hat is people that are actually like you and me, that are actually honest, straight-laced, want to do things the right way. We actually care about people being good another, the golden rule, treat your neighbor as yourself, so forth. Then you got the black hats. They'll do whatever they're told. They don't care about their neighbor. If they were told to shoot their fellow officer in the head right then for no reason, they would do it.
They would follow orders, yeah.
They're order followers. They are not moral people. They're evil people. Within the operations, they have white hats and black hats. Without saying BW's name, he would be a white hat. He was a victim, and he was basically helping to expose.
Mm-hmm.
So the contact that he had a contact.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically just a guy on the inside that was a whistleblower exposing what was going on, trying to make a positive difference, because he actually cares about people having individual liberty and the ability to self-govern, and going back to what was American Republic, which is based on Native American traditional values: independence, self-sufficiency, and self-governance. Take care of yourself. That's what 5-minute conversation we had. The things that I heard from him, the things he heard from me, resonated. Okay, we're on the same page. So even though we might have various other differences, his education level, his experience level is different than mine. At the core, we actually want what's right and good to happen.
Yeah.
But be that as it may, sometimes that gets lost in the mix. But just because someone might have communicated or whatever with a certain organization doesn't mean the entire organization is bad from top to bottom. Though it may appear to be, there are still good people within all these systems that would like to make a difference. They either just don't know how, or they're afraid, or whatever.
That's a tough conversation, because the fruit of the FBI is absolutely wicked, and the people at the top are absolutely wicked. Now, whether somebody joined the FBI thinking they were going to make a difference for a positive and they were just naive, it's like the FBI. We have an FBI agent on video saying the primary function of the FBI is to squelch political dissent. That was the reason it was put together. And if you go against the establishment, the FBI will use whatever means necessary to shut you up, whether it be by death by prison, or they'll just actually kill you, whether they have to frame you or whatever they got to do.
Doesn't that sound like what they call it, the Nazi, the
Gestapo? Yes, the FBI is the Nazi Gestapo of America, no doubt about it.
And as what I read, that it was actually
you have 1 minute left.
Bush's grandfather who got the eugenics program going over there with Hitler, and basically they got Hitler in power. I was going to ask if someone can get me a copy of all the insurance companies. I can't tell who this insurance company is that had insurance on the plane, but if I can get a list of all the companies that insure aircraft for private aircraft owners, I need to find out that contact, and I need to write them, because I need to report that my plane's been stolen.
Yeah.
And, Steve Sweat apparently stole my plane, and although he had a loan, not secured by anything, it was just a loan with no security whatsoever in the plane, no interest in the plane. He stole it, sold it, and pocketed the money.
Wow.
That's a crime.
Yeah.
It's going to be reported, but first I got to report it to the insurance company so I can try to make a claim.
Photos of your website, including the wolves, as well as additional letters, are headed your way. I hope they make it to you. I never can predict what the mailroom allows.
Thank you for using Securus.
Allows
Goodbye.
All right, that's Mike Parsons, prisoner of war, American political prisoner. And every time he calls, a 15-minute phone call is anywhere from $4 to $7, plus there's fees, which the people who set up these satanic phone systems and just constantly suck money out of loved ones who want to talk to their prisoner friends, there's a especially hot place in hell for the prison phone system employees. Thank you for your time.